The Boston Celtics will win the NBA championship. Yep, you heard that correctly. But you have reason to doubt, of course. I mean, they're facing the Golden State Warriors. They always win. And they have Stephen Curry. He's the greatest basketball point guard ever. I am aware. On a real, the Boston Celtics have had one hell of a rise this season, going from under 500 to second in the East within the snap of a finger. And they've easily had the toughest route to the NBA Finals, playing against a two-time Finals MVP and the guy who scored arguably one of the biggest shots in NBA basketball history, and the rest of the Brooklyn Nets in round 1, beating them handily at the end. Playing the defending champs and the two-time MVP modern Shaq in round 2 versus the Bucks in a comeback from down 3-2 7-game series. And they have just beaten the number 1 seed Miami Heat in one of the most weirdly balanced series in NBA history in a 7-game series. And now they have to play the Warriors in the finals, who've won 3 titles in the last 8 seasons and have now made 6 out of the last 8 NBA finals. Looks like an impossible task. Well, it's going to be tough, but today I'm going to explain why the Boston Celtics will beat the Golden State Warriors in the 2022 NBA Finals, and how Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and gang will claim their first championship since 2008. If you guys enjoy under the radar basketball content, etc., consider hitting a like and a sub. I try to put out 1.5 to 2 videos a week, so if that interests you, consider joining the Load Management family with a sub. Let's get back to the video. The Boston Celtics are like no team the Warriors have faced this playoffs, apart from a banged up Memphis Grizzlies. Typically, what's given the Warriors problems over the years are young, long, athletic guys, and the Celtics have that in abundance and aren't as naive as a young team because the majority of their core has made it to multiple conference finals already at a young age. Let's look at the matchups. The Warriors usually run a starting 5 of Steph, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond, and Looney versus the Celtics' probable starting 5 of Smart, Brown, Tatum, Robert Williams, and Al Horford, which they used in Game 7 versus the Heat, possibly swapping Grant Williams in for Robert Williams at the 4. Both teams match up evenly. The Celtics can easily switch 1 through 5 on defense, and the Warriors can for the most part as well. Steph is an underrated defender, but if he gets switched onto anyone other than Marcus Smart, who he'll be guarding, it'll be pretty tough. In the bench department, the Warriors are deeper, especially with the probability of GP2 playing majority of the series, as well as Jordan Poole's terrific ability to make big-time plays when the Warriors need them. The Celtics bench, though, has 3 guys who can play serious minutes. Derek White has been fantastic majority of the playoffs, along with Grant Williams, and Peyton Pritchard is someone who has the potential to be a spark plug at any moment. So, if it's so evenly matched, how will the Celtics come out on top? The Celtics are the number 1 defense in the NBA, and there is no one on that roster who plays significant minutes that can't clamp. The Warriors in the previous rounds were able to seek out favorable matchups, which they exploited. Jokic in round 1, Ja in round 2 when they could and when he wasn't injured, and Doncic in round 3. They can't do that versus the Celtics. The Warriors also happen to turn the ball over a lot, which is a terrible recipe against the number 1 defense who loves to get out in transition, push the pace, and get easy buckets. The Celtics are also very secure rebounding the ball, which the Warriors have miraculously been amazing at these playoffs, especially offensively. This won't be a huge factor with the huge front court and elite wing rebounders the Celtics have in Tatum, Brown, and Grant Williams. In terms of the superstars, Steph and Clay cancel out Tatum and Brown. So if the Warriors want any chance of winning, they're going to need Andrew Wiggins to be the Wiggins everyone has seen in the playoffs, especially as of late in the Western Conference Finals, which I think is going to happen. I've seen a lot of people say Warriors in 5 for this series, which makes me question whether they've had their head in a fishbowl for these playoffs, because that's ridiculous. This series is obviously going to be super tight and extremely fun to watch, but I believe the Celtics have the advantages in the correct areas that cause the Warriors problems. My gut is telling me Celtics in 6, but my brain is telling me Celtics in 7. If it goes to 7, it'll be very interesting because the Warriors have home court, but the Celtics have won 2 Game 7s, 1 home and 1 away. I think the Celtics will pull out a tough Game 7 win in the Chase Center and become champions for the first time since 2007. Anything is possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below who you think is going to win the finals, whether you agree or disagree with me. Like and subscribe, and as always, stay rested. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I have another video talking about Andrew Wiggins and his unique role change in the NBA. You can check that out right here.